and welcome back to my channel. This is our backpacking diaries. In this series we will be backpacking around Southeast Asia, Australia and New Zealand. As many of you will know, I am a huge lover of a 5-star hotel and normally do opt for a bit of luxury. However, this time we're in hostel, so please do like and subscribe as I'm sure it's going to be very entertaining. For today's video, I am filming this from Melbourne. We did just fly over from Bali. Full disclosure, we didn't backpack Bali this time. We very much stayed in one place. The idea was to relax for our Australian tour. So without further ado, here is our trip to Bali. We are now flying from Changi to Jimbaran, Bali. Our hotel's about 10 minutes, 10-15 minutes away.
Whether it will be or not, we don't know yet.
Yeah. We'll see in a taxi, but we purposefully picked it so we don't have a long transfer. So we'll see you there. It is now almost midnight. We're still not eating. Luckily we did eat at the lounge, but I am hungry. So we're just gonna go to bed. I will see you tomorrow. Good morning. This is day one in Bali. We are here just for a relax, to be honest, between Singapore and Australia, because in Australia we're obviously going into our tour. Didn't get in till late last night. It's lovely this morning. The sun's out shining. We've had our breakfast. Really could do with a shower and getting changed because I'm in last night's clothes. We've been for breakfast, we've had a bath on the balcony because we've got a balcony bath, had 2 for 1 cocktails, now we're off to the spa. So you could say I'm feeling much better. We are here with our bintans, just enjoying the sun. We're going to grab some food. We've got a free drink at the rooftop lounge, so hopefully it's nice. I had a full body massage, foot massage, body scrub, head massage, milk bath, and then obviously a shower after, and that was all for 25 quid. I feel like a new woman right now. Beautiful. Off to get some dinner at the rooftop. I think it's a rooftop restaurant. We're hoping it's a rooftop restaurant. If not, we've got a free bar voucher anyway. But we've had the most chill day. We've not really done a great lot, to be honest. See you tomorrow. Day 2 of Bali, and we are headed over to the beach. So I've had a lovely little bit of time to edit some videos, have a bath while Nathan's had a massage, and now we're gonna go and explore Jimbaran Bay. So we're here on the beach. I've got my bintang, I've got my Coke Zero, and it's genuinely cheaper to get a Coke Zero than it is a water. Is that normal? So we've come for dinner at I'm trying to record and there's a guy really going for it with my way. We come to a beachfront restaurant. It's actually right by the hotel, so we did a whole walk up the beach to see what was out there, and everything was kind of similar, to be fair. It's not a great deal near here, but stopped off and hopefully gonna have some nice grilled seafood and get the full Bali experience.
Let it be, let it be, let it be, or let it.
How are you feeling about day 2 in Bali?
Yeah, pretty good. Still really chilly from my massage this morning. Hopefully we can keep that going.
Morning, it is day 3 of Bali, and as you can see I've come out on my own. I did speak with some people at the hotel about running and where to run, so there is a run near us at the beach. I also mentioned coming to GWK Park, which to be honest I kind of wanted to come anyway, so I'm here. I don't actually know how long I'm going to run for, but we're gonna do some sort of run, and I'm gonna match it with some sightseeing as well.
Do you want to no. Because I like the work and I enjoy it,
We've been for a walk around Jimbaran this morning, and I had to navigate some pretty fun roads for Nathan. We're sat at a little bar. I've got my pina colada and cheers. So on our earlier walk, we passed by this restaurant. When I say restaurant, I literally mean like tiny little room, 4 tables total, just very wholesome, very cute. But we thought, oh, we're gonna have to go back there. It's 5 minutes from the hotel, and I cannot tell you, it was the loveliest, like sweetest, so cute. Like the employees were just lovely. They accidentally made Nathan noodles instead of rice, so then they just gave him both. So he's had 2 full dinners. But yeah, I am incredibly full. There's not a lot around us. It's all very much seafood, which is great because it is like a fishing village. But we just happened to walk past. Busy when we got there, so that was great. But yeah, really recommend it. This one particularly was called Ranos, but I'm sure there'll be lots wherever you're going. Just have a wander, see what's out there. It's day 4 of our trip to Bali, and today we have quite a lot planned, to be honest. We had a lovely dinner last night, and we just headed off for breakfast now. So we didn't get in quite late, but we somehow ended up going to bed late. We'll go for breakfast. I'm gonna go to the gym briefly, then probably chill by the pool. But I have actually booked to get my nails done, and Nathan's also getting his hair cut because we go to Australia tomorrow night, so we're flying really late. We figured it's probably a lot more expensive in Australia than it is here to get our nails done, get beauty treatments, so I'm going to make the most of it while we're here. Then I'm actually going to head up to Kuta, see my friend's mum who's coming to visit us. Now, yesterday we did head out into Jimbaran, the town itself. So Jimbaran, where we're staying, we haven't actually moved around, which a lot of people tend to do. But Jimbaran, where we're staying, is like a seaside fishing village. So not the most touristy. The beaches are, but the actual place itself isn't the most touristy. You kind of have to go out and find places. I recall there was a lot of discourse recently on social media about Bali, and obviously the perception versus reality for influencers who are coming over here. Now, I will say it's quite stark coming from somewhere like Singapore to Bali, how different it is in terms of, I guess, infrastructure and just general aesthetic. I think that's part of the charm, because if you are leaving the UK, do you really want another country like the UK? Because if that were the case, why not just stay there? I think it's more about an issue with the portrayal that influencers, or the life that influencers are portraying. It's an issue more with that than the area itself. And Nathan and I really enjoyed our walk. We felt like we got much more of an experience by getting out into the local area. Obviously it's very easy to stay at the beach, very easy to stay at the pool, and they're lovely, and it was really nice when we did that, but you can't say you've travelled somewhere if you don't actually get yourself and immerse yourself into that experience. So I just wanted to pop on and share our thoughts on that. Day 4 in Bali, and it is a miserable day today, but it's still warm, so I don't mind. I'm out for a walk, and luckily I've managed to find a nail place 5 minutes away. So next time you'll see me, I'll have nicer nails. Never mind my new nails. Look at Nathan looking fresh with his new haircut and shave. He's got a shave as well, treated himself. You can tell he's in Bali. So we are all ready to go and meet Kaza H for dinner. She's staying over in Kuta, so we're going to head over to Kuta. We've not ventured that far, so looking forward to it. I'm sure you can hear, but the weather is not great right now. I'm going to head to Fat Chow over in Kuta. I've seen good things on TikTok. That's where I got the recommendation from. So fingers crossed it is as nice as people say. Just driving through Kuta to go and meet my friend's mum, and we cannot get over how different the vibe is from where we're staying to here. Like, it's just insane. I just got back from Kuta, and I've been for dinner and drinks with my best friend's parents. So she's not in Bali, so obviously I have to meet the parents. and we've been for dinner and drinks, and it was absolutely lovely. We had the best time. So Kuta is such a different experience, very different to what we've experienced here. It's definitely more touristy, probably more what I expected of Bali, but I'm kind of glad we are where we are. Now when we come back to Bali, our plan is to backpack it properly and see all the different areas, but it's insane to me that it's only like 15 minutes away and yet it's so entirely different. The food was absolutely amazing, really good, and there were a few drinks around Kuta. So this has been our last day, full day in Bali. We don't fly till 10 tomorrow, so we do actually have like most of the day tomorrow, but we're probably going to get to the airport early because we do have access to the lounge. So I've loved Bali. Lots of fun. It's obvious, I can see how different it would be around, and we've enjoyed relaxing here in Jimbaran Bay, but we're really excited to come back and see the full Bali experience. But I'm going to switch off for tonight. I'm going to head to bed, so see you tomorrow. It's day 5 of our trip, and today we will be flying over to Melbourne. How are you feeling about that?
Yeah, pretty excited.
So yeah, this is our first ever trip to Australia, and we're just getting ready to check out of our Bali hotel. We haven't done the Indonesian McDonald's yet, so we're going to head there now, and then I think have a bit of a chill after. Ready?
Yeah, you ready?
Let's go. So that's it. We are here in Melbourne. Oh, so sad. We're not home. We're here in Melbourne, but we thought we'd talk a little bit about our Bali journey because, as we said, we didn't really backpack it, which kind of chilled
Yeah.
for the best part of a week. Not gonna lie, I probably wasn't in the position to receive the the vibes of Bali when we landed. We didn't have the best flight, and I've since learned that travel days are not for the weak, and by that I mean me. I I always thought it was like the length of time that I was traveling that would put me in such a funk about it, but no, I think it genuinely is that whole thing of like you can't do anything on the day.
No.
And I always thought it was because I was flying home. It made me bothered me.
No, it's just travel in general that throws you right off.
Yeah, and it's so worth it when we get here. But on Friday, I was not my best self.
You were not human. That's the nicest way of putting it, I think.
Can I just say I was not mean? I just was tired.
Cold, hungry, annoyed, all the emotions you
When we landed, I was just ready for bed, and I think it was just like such a culture shock. Not in a negative way at all, but it was just like, whoa, because going from the UK, going from Singapore to Bali, it is just completely different. And I know so many people had spoken about it, but yeah, like more different than I ever could envisage. Like it's beautiful. It is an absolutely beautiful. I mean, from at least what we saw of it, it is absolutely beautiful. Just so different. Thing negative. It was just like whoa. Yeah. So Friday, I was like, I'm not sure how long. I didn't know if it was the hotel. I didn't know if it was the flight. I didn't know if it was the area. Just something didn't feel right. But then Saturday, we woke up and I mean, it was post massage really. But as soon as I'd had my massage, I was like a new woman. But yeah, no, we had some lovely walks, chatting with so many people, and they were saying you need to go to Ubud, you really need to go to Ubud. The amount of times I heard that was insane. But we didn't this time. But we love like walking down the beach on sunset. But equally, we loved walking into Jimbaran and the chaos. But the people more so, I would say.
Absolutely amazing, really, aren't they?
Yeah.
We've not had a bad experience, whether it be with the people from the resort, the local people that we were chatting with in terms of like shop owners and things like that, people that own little side street bars and restaurants. They couldn't do enough, really, could they?
No. We had a casualty, so we're back to recording.
I mean, when we first arrived, it was dark, so we couldn't really see a lot. Obviously, the first morning was like waking up in some form of paradise, really, wasn't it? In the resort, full of trees everywhere, really serene environment, and even at breakfast, wasn't as chaotic as I thought it would be. But when we ventured out a little bit, it was pretty much exactly how I'd imagined, just from the many other YouTube videos that I've watched in the past. I think it's lived up to everything I'd have thought of, really.
Yeah, and I think we both said there wasn't a great deal around our resort unless you went looking for it.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't touristy really at all. The beaches, I think, were touristy, but when we went, when we went for our walks, it was very not touristy. But we probably like that more.
Yeah, we like a bit of a mixture, really. We had the sort of security knowing that the resort was the resort, and we could sort of go back to that. But more than happy, really, with just to sort of have a vague idea of what we're looking for or where we're going, and just venture out.
I know that there's influencers that have been talking about, the expectation versus reality of Bali, but I do think that's on influencers to reflect, to show that the fact that you're hearing stories about local people's businesses being shut down, and all the locals being moved on for a resort. And we did stay on a resort, and it does make you feel incredibly guilty because these people are just trying to live a life, and
Yeah.
that was the conversations we were kind of having.
It was one of those where it was quite nice to not be around, or at least from what I heard, UK accents. It was just a melting pot, really, wasn't it, of different nationalities. We were chatting with loads of different kinds of people, just getting a bit of a different vibe of why they've wanted to come and how long they're here for and what they want to see out of it.
I actually had some conversations before we went, and I think people were a little bit nervous. I don't know if you were nervous about accessibility in somewhere like Bali. And I'll let you share your thoughts first. I do have thoughts, but I'll let you share your thoughts first.
I mean, it's definitely not the most accessible place in the world, just obviously with the myriad of bikes, and the footpaths are probably only about what feels like 2 feet wide. It's certainly not somewhere for the faint-hearted, at least for somebody with mobility issues like myself. But we managed it. I did have my trusty walking stick with me, so that made it a little bit easier trying to navigate some of the slightly incomplete pathwork, shall we say. But it was one of those things where I felt weirdly safer walking on the road with the bikes, the cars, the carts than I did on the footpath. I don't know whether or not that is just me and how I go about things, but yeah, we kind of managed to find a little bit of a rhythm, didn't we, in how to navigate, where to navigate. There were plenty of people helping sort of cross the roads and stuff, weren't there? I don't know if that was just out of our resorts, but yeah, accessibility wise, it's not the handiest, but everybody that we walked past, if they saw me struggle trying to sort of navigate a path or cross the road or get up some pretty horrendous stairs.
Yeah.
Every bar we seemed to go into, or every restaurant we seemed to go into, must have had, I don't know, about a foot at least minimum first step to get into. So everybody kind of rushed to help me, even though I didn't ask for it. They were more than happy to provide that additional extra support, and they were really appreciative of the positive words we had to say about it.
It can be difficult to walk those roads without a disability, but having to, you're walking down the path, and there is a big hole in the path that if you're not looking for it, if you're on your phone, you're gonna fall over.
You'd be in it.
Yeah, and bikes on the pavement, and a lot of cats on the pavements and things. So we did walk in the road, but it was, I mean, it was fine.
Yeah, yeah.
We did it. It's not. I wouldn't say.
It's not advisable for sure. I mean,
Mm,
anywhere else in the world, you'd be like, "What are you doing walking in the road?" But it's probably one of the safest places to walk, at least for my.
which kind of probably gives, if you've ever seen a road in Bali, gives you some sort of impression of what the paths were like. But yeah, I would say the same thing. It goes back to the people. It was very similar to Singapore in that everybody was checking in, making sure you were okay. I mean, somebody said to me that they expected that you would get stared at because it's different, and I mean,
I probably will
it
have had.
happens.
I probably will have had a few people, but I get that anyway. So
And I didn't feel it as prominent here as I did in doing the UK.
No.
I'm like a little guard dog. Everybody who looks at him, I'm like. But no, I think the people were curious, but they'd ask.
Yeah.
They'd ask questions. They'd ask if he needs help. They're not staring to stare. And I think that was the difference. And that's the thing about anywhere is it's people. It's people who make it. And I think that's what we enjoyed so much.
Yeah, definitely.
Even when we landed on Friday, and I probably had a bit of a grumpy face on. They were so lovely at midnight, and the biggest welcome as we entered the hotel every single morning that they were greeting us. It was really friendly. Every local we've spoke to, and you do hear about scams, and you hear about people that people can be quite pushy, but we were polite with them, they were polite with us, so we really enjoyed it. And
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait to go back. Made even more so by the fact that it's been raining ever since we got to Melbourne, but it rained in Bali too. It's just warmer rain. But thank you so much for watching. As I mentioned earlier, we will be starting our Australia tour in just 2 days. We're in Melbourne now. We're going to go out and explore. So please keep an eye and like and subscribe to keep updated on our backpacking diaries. Bye.